Hi, it's Mr. Baumgart, and welcome back to Training Your Virtual Pet. The next thing we're going to get our pet to do is learn our school timetable so it can tell us what classes we have on a given day. So that it can give you some nice friendly reminders. You can check it in the morning and it can tell you what you have to pack for school that day. So let's come back to, this is our code that we had last time. You can see we've got the weather displayed up on our virtual pet at the moment. We showed the dashboard, and then we had a 3-second delay, and then we showed the weather. Now we know that the weather service works. I'm just going to comment that out, and we're going to create a new function for show timetable. Alright, which is where one of the nice useful things of functions is concerned. We know it works. We've got it tucked out of the way, and it doesn't need to affect everything else. So define show timetable. Now, to get this up and running, we don't actually need to connect to the network for this, because we can code in your timetable directly into code, and the virtual pet will, so the one thing it will access from the internet is what the current day and time is, because there's no clock, there's no persistent clock built into your pet. So it remembers the time while it's turned on, but as soon as it turns off, there's no battery, so it forgets the time. So when it turns on and connects to your Wi-Fi, one of the things it will do is it will tell it to fetch the time as well. So let's do that. Now, to create your timetable, you'll need to go to the web page, and I've got here a pro forma of some information that you can copy and paste and just use to change. So I'm going to click the little copy icon, and then I'm going to come into my show timetable function and paste all of this in there, right? And what this is here is, these are the start dates for the different points of the school year. So on the 11th of August 2025, that was day 0, so the Monday of week 1, right? Again, computers start counting on 0, and because our school has a 10-day cycle, right? Anytime we have a holiday, we need to tell Python, where to start that Monday from. Is it a week 1 Monday or a week 2 Monday? And so that's just what's going on here. We're saying, okay, so every time that there was a school break, I've said, okay, reset back to Monday of week 1. Then after explore a week, reset back to Monday of week 1. When we come back at the start of January, that's also Monday week 1. After Chinese New Year, Monday week 1. And then after the April holiday, we come back, and that's actually a Monday of week 2. You then need to customize this timetable for your personal timetable. Now, this is organized in order of days. So that's Monday of week 1, Tuesday week 1, Wednesday week 1, Thursday week 1, Friday week 1, then Monday of week 2, Tuesday of week 2, Wednesday of week 2, Thursday of week 2, Friday of week 2. So you put in there your personal timetable. Right. Once you've got all of that, then hopefully the rest is fairly straightforward. So we need to get the timetable number for today. And so I've written a function that's going to calculate this for us. And it's just get timetable day. And we give it these start dates. And then Python will kind of do the magic of calculating based upon what the current day is, the date of today. It will then compare that against the most recent start date and figure out what day number today would be on the timetable. And so I can print that out. Today's day number is day number. And I need an F out the front of the quotes. All right, so we'll print that out. Just uncomment some of this out. So we'll connect to the Wi-Fi, and then so that it can fetch the current time. So to connect and fetch the current time, the command that we need to add here is Wi-Fi NTP time, and that's just network time protocol, fetch the time, right? And then our clock will get updated once we connect to that Wi-Fi. So we'll connect to the Wi-Fi, fetch the time, show the timetable, and this show day number will work. So what I'll do is I'll just save this, save it and start it running, so that I keep working while this goes off and connects and demonstrates that it's fetching the day number. Alright, so let's keep typing while it's doing that. So I'm going to clear my display and just colors black as usual, and then display get timetable date isn't defined. Give me a second. Yeah, okay, what I forgot to do, we have to import this TT help file as well. That's where that calculation is concerned. So TT help, so timetable help, import in the help, right? So that's the helper function that I created to do that. So save, run. Okay, now that will and that's because I'm halfway through typing something down here, right? Error on line 74. Run. All right, now I can just keep on typing while that does its thing. Display. So what do I want to show for the weather service? Let's just draw some text in the top left corner. And sorry, not weather service, timetable. Your timetable. There we go. Font, colors, and I've got another error. Colors, white, colors, black. All right, and that's because this was start dates plural. All right, up here, start dates plural. Save. All right, there you go. You're not the only one who makes typos and gets things wrong. Okay, so I've got the heading of your timetable, and then I need just like my class numbers or labels for them. So I'm going to have period 1, period 2. All right, so today's day number is 3, so I'm doing this on a Wednesday of week 1. I'm not really, but I'm just kind of fudging it because it's actually the October school holidays right now. There we go, period 4 and period 5. Okay, so those are all the labels that I want to use, and now I'm going to use a well, let me show you what we get from our time. So we've got this timetable, right? And so this is day 0, this is day 1, this is day 2. All right, so I'm going to loop through, create a for loop, I in the range. How many classes do we have in a given day? We have 5 classes in a given day. So go from 0 up to 5. All right, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, because Python is going to count. All right, that's going to be lesson 0, lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4. But we'll make sure that we print the labels that make human sense to us. So when it's lesson 0, it's going to say period 1. When it's lesson 1, it's going to say period 2, and so on. So we're going to iterate from 1 to 5. And that's also why on Wednesdays, I've just got an empty here. All right, it's just going to say period 5 empty. Rather than trying to do a special case just for Wednesdays, it's just a little easier. All right, so what is today's? We use this day number to extract the sublist for the current day. All right, and so if I might just show you what that looks like, I'll say today is equal to whatever's in the timetable. I'm going to use the day number to get that day's worth of classes. Right, and so if I print today, you'll see what that will do. So I might just pause while this connects to the network. Right, that completed, and it printed out my classes for day 3, and I got myself confused. Day 3 is not a Wednesday because computers start counting from 0. So day 3 is Thursday, and 0 is a Monday, 1 is a Tuesday, 2 is a Wednesday, 3 is Thursday of week 1. And so you can see here that it's printed out 11 CS, and then a gap, and then 10 CS, and then a gap, and then 12 CS. So that's what it has printed here, where I said print today. And so now I'm going to iterate. I've got this list of period names, and I've got this list of classes. So I'm going to loop through all 5 of those and draw them on screen. So display dot draw text, and I'm going to my x coordinate is going to be 0. My y coordinate, I need to come down because I've got this heading where that says timetable, so I'm going to start at 25, but then I'm also going to come down based upon whether I'm showing class 0 or class 1 or class 2 or class 3. So I want to add to that whatever I is, which is this number 0, 1, 2, 3. Remember, when we do the for loops, this is the variable that it creates, telling us how many times we've been through the loop. And I'll times that by 25, so that it's moving down by 25 every time. Right? What is the text that I'll just get rid of those spaces. So it's 25 plus I times 25. Python is PEMDAS or BODMAS or whatever you call it. It's order of operations compliant. So it's going to do the multiplication before it does the addition. Right. I want to show my class's name, right, which is what I had here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to show that, and because that's just kind of like my label, that can just be in a dull gray on black. And then I also want to see my actual timetable, and so I'm going to come in halfway through the screen, but have my y coordinate be the same thing, 25 plus I times 25, and that is just going to be today I, and that can be colors dot, let's make it orange, haven't used that yet, colors dot black, and that should be my timetable done. So save, run, pause while it connects to the network. Okay, and I just noticed if you get this no attribute get letter, that's because I forgot to include my font in my draw text commands. Okay, and so now you can see that on my display I have my timetable. It says period 1, period 2, period 3, period 4, period 5, and then it's got my classes there in orange next to it. Alright, that is today's goal met and done. See you next time.